Cool. So, welcome everyone to this brand new YouTube video. I'm here with Jake. He's a well-valued, awesome client of mine that I've been able to help and support over the past 3 months or so. And it's been an absolute pleasure working with him. And yeah,
Mhm.
this is going to be very casual, just going into, where he was before, where he is now, and the goals he has. Yeah, so let's get right into things, Jake. So tell me a little bit where you were. I think you know, when did you join exactly? Was it like February around there? Could be wrong. And
Yeah, I think it was sometime in February when I joined. And yeah, my goal was just to grow my online business. I run a landscape painting community on school, and I just wanted to grow the community and get some more people to do my one-on-one high ticket. And yeah, basically, I just had no direction. I had no, like, I don't know anything about online business. So it was really difficult for me to know exactly what to do to get to where I wanted to go. And so that's why I really wanted to work with Jay. And he gave me exactly what I needed, just direction and basically just told me exactly what I need to do step by step to get to the end result. And yeah, it was super, super helpful.
awesome. Yeah, I remember when we first started speaking to you were obviously you already had like an Instagram that was getting traffic, right? You had like around
Yeah.
15,000 followers. You were working with someone that was helping you, a little bit with the business stuff, but not as much. He was more of a like a painter and helping you with that side
Yeah.
of things. And yeah, like what would you say is the biggest thing that you were struggling with when we started working? Was it just like, I don't know what to sell, I don't know what to price, I don't know how to market? Like what was the specific thing?
Yeah, well, I think it was a combination of all of that really because I didn't know anything about online business. And like you said, I had a mentor who was kind of helping me a little bit, but he knew a lot more about painting. So he was more like a painting mentor to me. So yeah, you basically helped me with every single part of the business. Um, And another thing you kind of pointed out, I remember you pointed out this right when we started talking. You said that a huge way to gain more followers and get more people to buy from you is to shift their beliefs around the topic that you're talking about in your videos. And when you said that, something like clicked for me. And I went back and looked at all my reels that I posted, and I noticed that the reels that were performing way better than the other ones were reels where I was breaking people's previous beliefs around landscape painting, and and we talked about it, and yeah, that was something that was really really helpful for me to build more followers from there. Is just remembering that you should break people's previous beliefs to give yourself more um, kind of authority.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I remember we spoke about that. So tell the audience, like, obviously it's just been a few months since we started working together, but where are you now in terms of following, in terms of, clients that you're working with? Obviously you're also doing other stuff like, fishing and all sorts of stuff, but tell the audience a little bit where you're at now and where you've what success you've been able to have.
So I've been able to grow the Instagram to almost 50,000 followers, and I'm getting millions of views every month, which is pretty awesome. And the school community has grown to 1,100 members, and I recently switched it to paid, so now it's $9 a month, and I'm still getting about one new member per day, so that's growing pretty quickly. And we're about to start the retargeting ads, so hopefully that's gonna grow even faster. And then and as far as the mentorship, I have a few high paying clients, and people are still really interested in doing that too, which is pretty awesome. And I was able to raise my prices a whole lot for that too, which is really good.
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome. So obviously, like you still got a long ways to go, right? You still got a lot of big goals.
Yeah, a lot
Vic
of
and I
ways
have
to
been
go.
speaking. We want to become the biggest art community on school, which is
Yeah,
100% doable with this rate. And and yeah, you've obviously got a few other, hobbies that you're working on as well, right? You help people with their actual in-person landscaping. You've got a landscaping business, and then you're doing fishing as well. Is that right?
yeah. I run a fishing guiding service during the summers, so that
Yeah.
takes up a lot of the time too.
Yeah. For sure. But like I think the coolest thing is you've been able to like make an income from your passions. And not a
Yeah.
lot of people can say that. And what would you say to the person that's maybe watching this that maybe has an art business, fitness coaching business, whatever it may be, and they're kind of like maybe they have a regular 9 to 5 or a job or whatever, and they're like, okay, I really want to make this happen. What advice would you give them? Because obviously you've taken the leap, you've believed in yourself, and you have a lot of courage. What would you say to that person, that's maybe watching this that wants to get inspired by you?
Well, I would just say it's completely doable, even if you think it'd be impossible. And if you're the kind of guy who's doing like the 9 to 5 type of thing, and you have this idea that you want to pursue, I would say, and you don't want to because maybe you think it's too risky. I would just say the riskiest thing to do is not do it because otherwise you're just going to be stuck in that 9 to 5 and you're not going to ever have the opportunity to do what you love to do for a living. And even though it's completely possible and completely doable. Um, and yeah, I fortunately had really great mentors who kind of showed me that it is possible, and that's a big reason why I'm in the position I'm in right now.
For sure, man. Cool. Any last final words? Are you going to tell people what your other goals are or anything you want to leave it off at? Because yeah, man, I'm looking forward to continue working with you and still help you get these retargeting ads up and running and all sorts of stuff. But any last final words? Otherwise, I think that was a good way to round it up.
I just think yeah, I think I mean no matter what you're doing, um whether it's like a service type business or an online business like what we do, or if you have any hobbies, my advice is that um, find somebody who's better than you at what you're trying to do and try and just learn as much as you can from them because that's going to help you improve way more than in anything you can learn on your own. So that would be my advice to just seek out really, really great mentors, whether it's, no matter what you're doing. So
Yeah.
that's my advice. That's because, that's probably what's helped me grow the most. Not just Jay, but I've had a lot of other mentors as well. So
Yeah. For
yeah,
sure, man. It's a perfect flywheel, right? Of taking the steps that someone else has taken before you and just following them and then
yeah,
getting their way faster. And the key thing is like everyone watching this, if if they don't get a mentor, they can still make it to their end destination. It's just going to take
yeah,
them way longer, right?
exactly. Yeah.
It's just cutting that learning curve in half by learning from mistakes that others have made. So yeah, man, I think that's a great way to end things off. Thanks so much for hopping on this call with me and hope you guys got some value. See you guys. Bye bye.
Yeah.